Welcome back to the Productive Not Busy podcast with me, Wayne Weathersby. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Friday. Today we're going to be covering some more of my book, Passion and Purpose. Remember, we're here to help you make more money, have less stress, and more free time. If you would, wherever you're listening to this show, just hit the subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate it. And remember, we're here to help you. So send us a message if you'd like to hear something specific. Again, let's be productive, not busy. Today, we are going to talk about my buddy Ron. My buddy Ron is the type of person who might have been referred to back in the day as a slacker. He's very laid back, rarely gets excited about anything, and he can sit for hours watching television or playing around on the games on the computer. See, Ron is very social. He's very witty, very intelligent, and engaging. He has a few interests, but nothing like really lasts long with Ron. He got interested in like CB radios for a while, but bought all the equipment, got it all set up, lasted a couple months, then he lost interest. Later, he got interested in brewing beer with his buddies. He acquired all the necessary supplies and brewed a few batches, but moved on to something else. Actually moved on to nothing. That stuff's still stacked up in the garage. The one thing that Ron has always loved and does very well is mixing sound for live music. See, when we were back in our early 20s, he began doing sound for us as a local band 2 or 3 times a month. Just a couple of microphones, a few speakers, and a mixing board. See, Ron loved music. He loves people. He loves perfecting sound. He's okay working on the weekend until wee hours of the morning. Drunks don't bother him. Everybody loves Ron. As he began to develop a reputation for his excellent work, he started to build his business. He invested in the equipment, hired a few other technicians, and the more work he did, the more he loved it. Soon he was running his business full-time, full-service company, expanding their reach, actually regional, not even local. Ron eventually partnered with somebody who had stage and lighting equipment, which he took over eventually and added that to his business. See, Ron did not set out to build a brand or rub shoulders with people. See, he ended up rubbing shoulders with people like Bill Clinton. When he needed sound for a speech at a nearby state fair, nobody really expected Ron would turn up. And what looked like another hobby, he actually turned into a 6-figure business. Now, along for the ride was his long-suffering wife. It was not an ambition that resulted in his success. See, actually, he seemed to have little or none. But his passion for music and the state of flow he attained when working sound reinforced his love for the work. If you ask his wife, she will tell you he would keep going even if it did not make money at this point. See, as evidence of their 25-year plus marriage, it was difficult for her, but she supported them both financially. But now that dedication has paid off. She was supportive, let him do what he loved, and he excelled with little or no effort. He was productive, not busy. It's a different mindset. See, the closest thing to ambition and success you will see in Ron is in his work. His passion, his drive, and his motivation. Everything else is just gravy. So that leads me to mindfulness. See, we've mentioned the concept of a flow a couple of times. Mindfulness is a term that is more commonly used to refer to, like, whatever you call it, the Zen-like state of mind, I guess. Whatever you choose to call it, it is the result of living your passion and fulfilling your purpose. See, mindfulness and flow are about being so focused that nothing else matters. It is about living in the moment, fueled by energy that propels you forward to the goals that are just out of reach. So you need to lean into the work. Drafting forms for a committee meeting might not seem like living your purpose, right? But if the meeting is about your passion for the purpose of ending hunger for school children in a faraway town or country, see, drafting those forms is part of a bigger picture. See, if you get lost in the details, remember your goal. Put pictures or goals in writing near you. Put them near your desk to remind you of your purpose when you're tired or frustrated. So if you're stuck in a nowhere job and you're not happy, make sure it's not the job. Make sure that you're putting your passion forward. And then the purpose might be a picture of your family because they're able to buy groceries and have clothes and a roof over their head because you're working. See, every small step gets you closer. Maintaining a focus on whatever it is in front of you allows the work to flow. This is where we get internal and external motivation and rewards. While passion and love for your purpose or anger about some injustice, whatever, provides internal motivation, you may still be bogged down when things are difficult. During those times, a bit of external motivation can carry you a long way. See, your intense desire to see, let's go back to the children. Your intense desire to see all the children eating school lunch will drive you toward your goal. Going to the school at lunchtime to sit with kids who are benefiting from your work will provide an external reward to keep doing this. See, many of us are internally motivated to do the work that we do, but getting a paycheck is a great reward to remind us of the other benefits. So what motivates you to do what you love? See, there's an argument to be made that doing well builds our confidence, which reinforces the motivation to continue. For those who help others, whether directly as a helper or indirectly, maybe as a city council member, helping gives us a sense of being a good person. Also, it's a great motivator. So in many cases, our motivation is self-reinforcing through these intrinsic rewards and receiving commendation for a job well done. That certainly helps. So what's next? The starting place is often the end. See, Stephen Covey talks about beginning with the end in mind. That refers to your goal. What do you want to accomplish? If you're having a hard time finding your purpose or passion, think about this story. This is a story of a lady named Kiara and merging her passions. Kiara enjoys photography and getting the best photo possible with new lenses, better lighting, more details. Though she enjoyed photography, she wasn't really lit up about it. Photography was more of a hobby, but she didn't feel a lot of passion for it. She also happens to foster cats with medical challenges that are usually very hard to place in a home. This is what she's passionate about. At some point, she got the great idea to marry her passion for rescuing cats and her enjoyment of photography. So now Kiara goes to the shelters to photograph the cats that need homes. She lovingly edits each photo to give each cat the best chance of finding a forever home. See, she's helped tons of cats that had little hope of finding a home to get families. So let's say you enjoy knitting and feel strongly about elderly people. Maybe you can knit lap blankets for senior citizens, or having a knitting group in a class at the senior center. Or if art is one of your gifts and stopping teen pregnancy is important to you, volunteer at a school or shelter so that the teens can share that gift of art that they may not have an outlet for. So consider these ideas to discover your passion and put your ideas into practice. Get some interests. What do you like to do? What do you do well? What do you find interesting? And what do you want to know more about? Then take a look at the strong feelings, what causes, population interests or interests to do what do you feel strongly about? What do you want to help people with? And third, think about how to integrate this into something that motivates you. If you don't think of it the right way, come back to it at a later time. As you go through your day, make notes of anything that energizes you. If you come up with something, think about the big goal. What would you do to contribute to that goal or purpose? Then use your skill to come up with something that you could merge into that. And then you have to plug into something that energizes you. Find others with the same interest and support each other in your efforts. If you don't like being with people, do this online. See, because passion is everything. Have you ever heard people say, oh, I would do this for free, right? Whatever it is that you love. But if you can take that passion and turn it into a way to generate income, then it's a win-win. You're satisfied, you're getting paid, and you're spreading the love of whatever it is that you're doing with other people. That's why I did this podcast. I had all this stuff in my head, and I was sharing it with one person here, one person there. And I decided to do this podcast. This way, I'm able to help people globally. And I've been reached out to by people in all kinds of countries going, man, I needed to hear that today. That's an amazing thing. Now, if I happen to get paid for it, that's great. But I'm doing what I love, so it doesn't matter either way. If you get paid or compensated for it, then it's a bonus. It's even better. And it actually lights the fire even more for me. It wants me to push forwards because I know I'm helping people. And that's my main goal in life. I want to make sure that I help it make as many other people's lives a little bit better, a lot better, no matter what. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll be back shortly with another one. You guys have a great day. Sell a bunch. Say something nice to somebody. Be safe. See you next time. Hey, before we get the show started, I just want to say thanks to some of our sponsors. First of all, I'd like to thank Ohana Guitar Company. See, Ohana Guitar Company is a custom guitar shop with skillfully handcrafted guitars you've been looking for. Ohana features a full array of guitars, from customization set by your unique standards or traditional designs and features that you already know and love. Ohana Guitar Company uses classic tone woods for everything from the body throughout the neck and fretboard. Telecaster, Stratocaster styles are also available in addition to skillfully handmade small batch one-of-a-kind guitars. You can visit them at www.ohanaguitarcompany.com and connect with them on Twitter and Instagram at Ohana Guitar Co. We're looking forward to making Ohana a part of your guitar family and our podcast family for a long time.
You've been listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast with Coach Wayne. Join us next time for more money-making strategies to help you have less stress and more free time. Follow us on Facebook at Productive Not Busy, on Instagram at frontline.coach.wayne, and on Twitter at Wayne New Jr. And remember, be productive, not busy.